Yo, drop your linens and start your grinnins because today I'm going to show you how to get a COVID test done safely and in the comfort of your own home. So let's check it out. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Daisy, the hostess with the mostest. And in today's video, I'm super excited to share with you my experience in taking a COVID test at home. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know that this COVID thing hasn't gone anywhere. And even though I tested back in August for the first time, I thought that it was time that I retook the test, especially because in the last few weeks, a few of my family members have been recently diagnosed with COVID. So I was getting a little nervous and it was a little bit too close to home. So I decided that I was going to get tested again. Now, I wasn't too thrilled in going out there and lining up, like everybody else is. That has always made me very uncomfortable. But it could be just me. But when my daughter heard my concerns, she said, "Hey, Mom, I got the link, and you can now get a COVID test at home." So I said, "Really? That sounds like something I may be interested in doing." So she forwarded me the link. She texted it to me. I'm going to leave it down in the description below. It's very easy and simple to set up your account and get your test delivered via FedEx straight to your home. Like I said, I had already tested back in August, and while that was pretty good as far as how the procedure went, I was just a little disheartened that it took 3 weeks, yes, 3 weeks, to get the results. I took the test on August 19th, and I didn't get the results back until the week after Labor Day. So, I don't know about you, but on what planet does 3 weeks work? I don't know if these people are expecting you to, shut yourself in until you get your results back. But I just thought that 3 weeks was a heck of a long time to wait, to find out if you've been exposed, if you're asymptomatic. I mean, obviously, I didn't have any symptoms when I was tested because, there's two types of people that go and get the test. One, if you get up in the morning and you just feel like crap, then you say, "Uh-oh, time for me to get tested." Or if you're just, have no symptoms and you just want to know for sure. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that have the virus, show no symptoms, and are passing it around to everybody. So I thought to myself, you know what? Let me just go ahead, follow the link, create my account, and, take the test at home. So what you're going to see in this video next is me, step by step, taking the test. My daughter administered the test. I put all the good stuff in there. And that way you can see how easy the process was. Try to stay to the very end because I'm going to share with you my results and how all of that went as well. Okay, so without further ado, let me show you exactly what to do. Once you've created your account, you'll be able to log back in and follow its progression all the way from the moment that you purchased it, or in my case, I use my insurance, till your results are ready, which I thought is a great thing because, you don't have to worry about where my sample is. Did it get to the lab? It'll track it from the beginning all the way to when your results are ready. So if by now you've followed the link I left in the description and you've confirmed your email and you put all that information that they asked you for, your insurance and all of that good stuff, by now if you have received your test, let me just show you what it looks like, right? This is how it came. FedEx delivered it couple of days ago, and I'm just waiting for my daughter to come down and administer the test for me. I'm going to open it now for the first time so that you guys can see what it looks like. They send you a little tracking email as well, so you could confirm all your information because you have to register the test before you send it back to them. And just a reminder, just do it on like a Monday through Thursday, because they don't like to receive the test over the weekend. So they reject it. I guess they don't want it sitting around somewhere, even though it goes back out FedEx. But so today is Monday. I'm sitting here in my dining room and watching the news today. Governor Cuomo, they have a live thing where they're starting to administer that vaccine. So hopefully, you know, help is on the way. But yeah, so let me just open this up and let's see what's inside of it. There's a thing here that says, please register your kit before, you know, taking the sample. So you have to register the kit once you receive it. Let's see what comes inside. You get a Let's Get Started guide. And if you turn that around, they tell you everything that's included in your kit. And let's go over that. You're going to get the saline collection tube. One foam swab. One biohazard specimen bag. So this is where you'll put everything in once you're done collecting your specimen. You get the Pixel box because the box goes back with the specimen. You put the specimen in here. You get the registration card, which is another good reminder. This is exactly where you're going to go to register your kit. They also have one of those, you know, if you want to scan it, but you go back to the website and register your kit before sending the specimen. So that's a good reminder. You get how to schedule your FedEx pickup, which is great. I thought I was going to have to take it into FedEx myself, and you can if you want to. But it's nice to know that you can just call FedEx and they'll come pick it up, and you have all the instructions here on how to pick it up so that FedEx can pick up your specimen. And then you also receive the FedEx pack. So this is where the box and your specimen and all of that stuff goes in, right? Once you're done with your collection, all of that stuff goes back in the box. So that's cool. And then on the back of the Let's Get Started, it gives you step-by-step how to take your specimen, how to swab your nose. Now this isn't one of those that you take, like, you know, where they do the brain swab, that, you know, the thing goes all the way up to your brain. This looks like it's just, you have to put the swab basically into your nose, into your nostril, and you have to do both sides, both nostrils, and you know, doesn't have to go deep, but the swab should be all the way into the nose. And the directions look really, really great and easy to follow, step by step. Right? So this is everything that comes in the kit. Now I'm going to wait for my daughter, the nurse, to come down and administer the test, and I'll show you how that goes. So I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, so here we go. Getting ready to take the test. I have my daughter, the nurse, here. Now you can administer the test on your own, you know, but since I tend to be a nervous Nelly and she's the trained professional and she's been doing this at the hospital for months now, she's going to administer the test, and you guys are going to see it as it's being done here in my dining room. So let's do this, Jada. Guess I'm gonna be the guinea pig. Do you need me to hold the thing? Yuck. Whew. Why is it that anything that goes up your nose is like a major thing? But at least it wasn't as bad as the one that goes all the way to your brain. We've done that back in August, and it was quick, but this was a much better. Okay, so now we're going to, she put it in the biohazard bag, right? And let's get our test kit ready and preparing to send it out in the mail. Okay. So my specimen is now in the box, in the biohazard bag. And you have to place it back inside the box. And I'm going to fold everything up in here. Right? This is just the way it should be done. Put everything back in here. Let's get it in here. Like I said, I've already registered my kit. So I'm gonna put this here. Let's close it up. It's got like a little tape or something back there. Push it in. Just like that. Okay, so my specimen is now back in the box. I'm gonna call FedEx. Here's my bag. My FedEx bag. And I'm going to put the specimen in the bag. Like so. Alright. Go ahead and do this. Get that little tape thing off here. Why do they make everything like a Tylenol bottle? Okay. Take that strip off. There. Okay, now my specimen is ready to go back to the Pixel Labcorp people once I make that phone call and tell them to pick it up. So far, so good. Okay guys, so that wasn't too bad, right? I hope that you found it informative and that it would relieve a little bit of the anxiety about testing or getting the COVID test done at home. My test went out that Monday, same day that I took it. I called FedEx and that was easy as pie. And they picked up the test around 7 p.m. that evening. And I logged back into my account sometime around 10 o'clock and it already shows the tracking. So in that first screenshot that I took, that I showed you guys, that's where you go and log back in and you can follow the process. By the next day, they had already received it at the lab. And then, it, when I looked at my account, it said, we have now received your test. And by Wednesday, I think they said they had already started the test. And my results were in. Thursday at, I would say about 11 o'clock, I already had the results. And hooray! I am COVID free. Thank Jesus. Because let me tell you, it's always like, you worry, right? Even though you're not symptomatic, you're like, okay, God, please, I just don't want to go through this. But yeah, my test came back negative for COVID. They do tell you that even though you're negative, you should continue to follow protocol, wear your mask, hand sanitizer, do all the things to protect yourself. Don't be around crowds, don't do that Thanksgiving thing that everybody out here went ahead and, did. Even though Dr. Fauci said don't do it, people were getting on planes and trains and going all over the country and spreading this thing like wildfire. So, it's still important to continue to keep yourself safe. I mean, I always do, for me personally, a risk factor. Obviously, right now I'm not working. My husband is, my daughter the nurse is. Those are the only two people that I have close contact with in my home. And we still keep, we're still far apart. I don't do any family gatherings. I don't do indoor dining or outdoor dining. I try to keep my risk level as low as possible, right? So I can track my steps and I know where I've been, what I have done, and what I'm not going to do. But, you still have to keep yourself safe. I mean, going to work is a necessary risk. Going to hang out with your friends and eating, even if it's outdoors, to me, that's not a necessary risk. Okay? Going to the supermarket is a necessary risk, right? Going to hang out, in a friend's apartment, that's unnecessary risk. So always, try to figure out your risk factors, and try to stay within what I call the cluster zone. The people that have been around me, here in my home, comfortably and safe. And, I try not to do any of that, I'm going to risk myself type of business out there. It's just, it's just not worth it. So definitely Daisy's World is giving the COVID testing at home 2 thumbs up. Again, I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can get your own test and, have your insurance and every that stuff, ready because they will ask you for it. And I think the test, if you don't have insurance, I think it's like $119, which truth be told, I mean, if you don't want to line up and if you can afford it, I think that that's pretty good as well. $119 to have a test done in the safety of your own home. I don't think you can beat it. Frankly, I think that the government should have already been sending people these stay-at-home test kits instead of making us go out there and, risk getting something while we're lined up to take a test. And I've thought about that way, way before I even took my first August test. So, what's up, U.S. government? How about sending people, tests for free? And that way we don't have to worry about exposing ourselves. But you know what? That's just me. So I hope that you learned something. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe below. And stay safe, okay? Vaccines coming out pretty soon. And hopefully, this time next year, we'll all be able to bring in a new Christmas and a new Happy New Year. And, all of that good stuff that we've been putting off for a while. So see you soon. Ciao.